Chapters. Transcript. Intro. Jin is starting his own company. Talks about his fears and worries. Jin makes revelations about BTS and watch till the end to find out why BTS fans are angry. At HYBE, fans are criticizing Jin's interviewer. Interviewer recently ZOO New York did an interview with Jin and it seemed like they didn't do their homework. They talked about Jin's connection with the band Coldplay, but the person interviewing Jin didn't seem to know much about it, even though many people already knew this information. Jin told them about the times he has worked with Coldplay. He shared that he once joined them on stage at a concert in Argentina. He also talked about the song The Astronaut that he worked on with Coldplay and sang with Chris Martin. Because the interviewer didn't know much about Jin's past with Coldplay, many BTS fans were upset. They talked about this on social media, including on X. They said that it's important for someone who interviews famous people to learn about them first, and they were disappointed that this wasn't the first time an interviewer was not prepared. People who watched the interview said that reporters need to do better research so they don't miss important facts. They want interviews to be respectful and well-informed, especially when the person being interviewed is as famous as Jin. Korean celebrity makes controversial remarks about BTS's agency. Controversial remarks about BTS's agency recently. An old comment made by Park Mong-gu, who is a famous person in the Korean entertainment world, has started to get a lot of attention online. In a video on his YouTube channel, he talked about the styles of different boy bands and questioned why HYBE keeps starting new music groups. He thinks the company should pay more attention to the singers they already have instead of always looking to add new ones. This comment has gotten people talking again and has become very popular online. At first, some people agreed with what Park Mong-gu said, but now many people don't think the same way. They have pointed out that HYBE is a big company that includes several smaller companies which are responsible for introducing and promoting new bands, so it's not doing things quite the way Park Mong-gu described. This situation has also made people remember other times Park Mong-gu has been involved in controversies, especially how he acted towards the members of BTS when they were just starting out. One story that came up again was about how he didn't treat the group, especially Jin, very nicely when they first met. A fan even commented on how Park Mong-gu tends to ignore people who aren't famous and can be quite rude to them, but changes his behavior completely when those same people become popular. This comment has made more people look closely at how Park Mong-gu behaves and what he contributes to Korean TV, leading some to wonder if he should still be as prominent as he is. Jin is starting his own company. Jin is starting his own business by creating a brand of drinks with the well-known chef Baek Jong-won. This new business makes Jin the first BTS member to start his own company together. They've started a company called Yando that will soon release its first drink, called Ion, this month. This special drink is inspired by the place where Baek Jong-won grew up, and it will showcase fruits and flavors from that area. They plan to make not just the main drink IG, but also some ready-to-drink versions like IGN Sweet Tonic and IGN Sour Tonic that will include ingredients like apples, watermelons and plums. This business idea started in December 2022 when JY and Baek Jong-won set up a company named Jinny's Lamp, which came from an idea Jin once shared with his fans. Jinny's Lamp will make these drinks, and Yando, which is connected to another one of Baek Jong-won's businesses, the Born Korea, will take care of getting the drinks out to people. Jin really likes traditional Korean drinks and has even shown them on a YouTube show called Drunken Truth with BTS, where he and Baek Jong-won talked about these kinds of drinks. Jin has also made his own drinks at home and given them to his friends like J-Hope and another chef named Leon Bok. This project brings together Jin's big influence around the world and Baek Jong-won's deep experience in food and drinks, making many people excited to see what they come up with. JY makes Jin makes revelations about BTS. Jin has been really busy talking to fans and the media since he finished his military service in South Korea. He's the first member of BTS to finish service and get back to his career on the Japanese talk show since those days with Masaki Iba. Jin talked about how the BTS team works together. He said that even though they get along well, their relationship is more about work than just being friends. He explained that being professional helps them handle any disagreements and work together to achieve their goals, which he believes is a big reason for their worldwide success. Jin also talked about his own music, especially his album called HYBE. He shared that he wants his music to make people feel good, and seeing his fans happy makes him happy too. This shows how much he cares about his fans and enjoys connecting with them. After he came back from the military, Jin has been doing a lot of exciting things. He met fans, worked with fancy brands, and even carried the torch for the 2024 Paris Olympics. He also went on the Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon to perform by himself. With all these activities, JY is not only working on his own music career, but also keeping up the reputation of BTS. His dedication to making fans happy and staying active in the public eye shows how much he cares about his music and the people who love it. Jin's letter to his future self. To his future self on the TTV show. Since those days, JY also shared a very special moment that touched the hearts of people all over the world. This episode, which aired on December 7th, focused on themes like coming back together and looking back on past experiences, and it allowed Jin to share his deep feelings and thoughts. Earlier in the year, Jin and Iba Masaki had worked together on a program in Japan called 24-Hour TV. Their friendly and funny interactions from before continued on the show, making the episode feel warm and welcoming, while also exploring more serious and emotional topics. One of the most touching parts of the episode was when Jin wrote a letter to himself in the future 10 years from now. He mixed a little humor with serious wishes for his own future health and happiness. When Jin read this letter out loud, you could see how emotional he was, which made many viewers and fans feel a strong connection to him. This part of the show really showed how thoughtful Jin is and how deeply he thinks about life, leading to many discussing this moment on social media and showing their support. The episode also showed Jin and Iba exploring the city of Seoul together, trying out local foods and sharing stories. This gave fans a peek into what Jin likes to do and what his life is like outside of being a musician. Just a few days before this episode, on December 4th, JY had celebrated his 32nd birthday, making the letter to his future self even more meaningful. It was a way for him to think about where he's been and where he's going. Fans from all over showed their love and support online, sending messages hoping for Jin's happiness and good health in the years to come. These messages show how much Jin's fans care about him and appreciate his honesty and openness with his feelings. This episode was more than just entertaining. It brought Jin and his fans closer together. It celebrated his journey and personal growth, showing how he shares his true self with the world. Crush opens up about J-Hope. On the December 11th episode of the TV show Radio Star on NBC, the singer Crush talked about his friends in the music world, including a special friendship with BTS's J-Hope. Crush is famous for his music on the internet and for singing songs in emotional TV dramas. During the show, he sang beautifully and shared stories about working with different musicians. When talking about IU, he explained how they did something cool by being guests at each other's concerts, showing how musicians often help each other out. The most in part of his talk was about his friendship with J-Hope. Crush said that J-Hope was the most unforgettable person he has worked with. Even though J-Hope is a huge star around the world, Crush said that he is very down-to-earth. When you meet him, he told a story about singing at the wedding of J-Hope's sister, who likes his music. To thank him, J-Hope gave Crush a very special microphone covered in Swarovski crystals, which Crush showed to everyone on the show. Crush also joked about how performing at the wedding felt like an audition because the BTS members are so famous. This story not only made people laugh but also showed how much respect and kindness there is among artists in the music industry. Fans are angry at HYBE as V's Christmas song will only be delivered after the holiday season. Angry at HYBE as V's Christmas song will only be delivered after the holiday season. Recently, V from BTS engaged in a posthumous collaboration with the iconic Bing Crosby, creating a special version of the holiday classic White Christmas. This partnership was announced with pre-orders for special vinyl records and CDs starting on December 11th through the Weaver shop. However, many fans are expressing their disappointment because HYBE, the management company behind BTS, has stated that these items will not be shipped until January 2025, specifically between January 9th and January 16th. Fans are upset because they will not be able to enjoy this Christmas song during the holiday season. The main frustration for fans is receiving a holiday-themed song after Christmas has passed. Many believe that holiday songs should be enjoyed during the season itself, and receiving them later diminishes the experience. This delay has become a significant topic of discussion on social media, with many expressing how let down they feel by HYBE scheduling. Additionally, fans are annoyed because some international retailers, such as Interscope, have already started shipping their records on time. This discrepancy has intensified the dissatisfaction among fans and led to broader criticism regarding how HYBE manages the release of V's solo project. On social media platforms like X, fans are voicing their displeasure about the late shipment. Some are humorously suggesting that HYBE is preparing for Christmas 2025, while others are more seriously distressed, claiming that the company is not treating these projects with the fairness they deserve. Fans are questioning HYBE's effectiveness in managing and promoting their artists' work promptly. This situation highlights how important timely music releases are to fans, especially when tied to specific holidays like Christmas. Despite the excitement surrounding the unique collaboration between V and Bing Crosby, the shipping delays have led some fans to question HYBE's commitment to properly promoting its artists' work. talks about his fears and worries. On December 10th, fans got to see a really special moment between BTS's and the musician C. They shared letters they wrote to each other on Instagram, which showed everyone how strong their friendship is. And Cold have been good friends since they made a song together called Don't Ever Say Love Me in 2023. They even talked on Cold's YouTube show Cold's Blue Room, where they discussed deep and thoughtful topics. In his letter, Cold wrote to about the tough parts of life, especially for people who are very honest and open. He explained that sometimes these people can be more easily hurt by others who aren't as sincere. Despite these challenges, Cold told to keep facing life bravely and not to be scared. He also talked about the comfort that comes from having friends who understand and share similar experiences, and how this can make you feel happy even when times are hard. Cold also showed he cared a lot about wishing that he would take some time to rest and look after himself because he knows how busy can be. Wrote back to Cold, sharing his own feelings about the last year and a half. He talked about his own fears and worries, but also about how he believes that facing tough times can help a person grow. He mentioned the idea that maybe if there's something bigger out there, it gives challenges that are just right for what a person can handle. Also emphasized how important it is to be true to your heart and make choices based on what feels right to you, no matter where you are or who you're with. He ended his letter feeling hopeful about the future, looking forward to a time when he and Cold can meet up again. Fans really loved reading these letters. Many said they were touched by how real and supportive and Cold were to each other. They talked about how this kind of friendship is not only beautiful but also inspiring, showing how friends can help each other through art and life. This exchange of letters between and Cold wasn't just a small thing, it really showed how powerful and important true friendship and support can be among artists, and it made fans all over the world feel the strength of their bond. Jin talks about his life for the first time since completing his military service. On December 10th, Jin had a big moment when he did his first major solo interview on the American show Z1100 New York. This was a big deal because it was Jin's first time talking in depth about his life and music after he finished his military service. During the interview, Jin shared how much he missed performing while he was in the army and how it felt to sing alone on stage again. Jin talked about how making music on his own has been a big change for him. He explained how creating his first solo album called Happy was a new experience because he was used to having his BTS friends around, even though it was challenging. Jin said he still feels a strong connection to his bandmates and has grown a lot as his own artist. He also used a Korean saying to show how he has changed over more than 10 years with BTS, comparing it to how even rivers and mountains change over a decade. Jin talked about how important it is for him to keep getting better both as a person and as a musician during the 2024 BTS Festa, which is a celebration for the anniversary of BTS Jin was the only member who could attend because the others were still in the military. He made this year's event very special by giving hugs to the fans, making it a celebration to remember. He also mentioned how he really missed being able to perform at the Festa the year before in 2023 while he was still in the military. Jin's interview gave everyone a closer look at his solo work and his thoughts about his time with BTS. He talked about how connected he feels to his fans and how ready he is to take on new challenges with their support. Jin was very open and honest in interview, which made a lot of people admire him even more for his honesty and dedication. His ability to talk about his difficulties and successes has made his relationship with his fans even stronger. Now fans are excited to see what he will do next in his career after the fans discovered Jungkook's new social media account. Military fans discovered Jong's new social media account. Jongko recently made a splash on social media by creating an account on Threads, a platform owned by Meta. This new step has gotten fans all over the world really excited to follow him on a new platform. The excitement started on December 10th when some HYBE fans spotted a link to Jong's Threads account on the Instagram page of his dog Bam. This little clue caused a big rush of fans to Threads as they hurried to follow Jung there. Soon social media was buzzing with people talking about how excited they were and even joking about having to download another app just to keep up with Jong's updates. Many fans made jokes about how they hadn't really used the app much until Jongko joined, with one saying that the app finally had a real purpose now. Others talked about how they had to reinstall an app they didn't think they needed anymore. A lot of fans shared how they feel like they have to follow Jong to every social media platform he joins, which really shows how big of an impact he has on his fans. The reactions on social media were a mix of funny and serious, with fans posting their thoughts and even pictures of themselves signing up for Threads just to follow Jong. This big response not only shows how popular Jongko is but also his power to bring a lot of attention to new platforms. Jongko's move to join Threads has really shown how much fans love him and are willing to follow him anywhere. This event was a big deal for fan interaction and really showed how active and connected celebrities and their fans can be in today's digital world. English auto-generated.